marathon, or a virtual half marathon. So we are a little over 2 miles in, although this is Lunchbox's new Garmin thing, and I got about a mile or so before I figured out that it wasn't actually started. So that's just punishment, that extra distance, as is the trip back. So, and her watch was only at about 20% when I started, so we're gonna hope we get at least to the end before it dies. Although it said 5 hours on the running, so we'll see. If my useless Fitbit ever dies, I'll probably get one maybe a little bit bigger. All right, well, let's take some Go Juice, drink some water, see if we can't get run over. I guess I didn't say it before. It's like June 13th to 14th, 2020. I went to the Sport Clips right here to get my hair cut this morning, and they sent me back out to my car to get a mask. Now, I understand why they'd make you wear one, but I mean, it's safe for them, but extremely dangerous if you know, are a masker for the people wearing them. Because she said, well, we'll just move the mask around as needed. So I thought to myself, the reason people get sick when they wear this mask is because they touch their face and move it around and can't wear it properly because they're always up fucking with it. So they are literally telling you that you're gonna have to move it around, touch your face, hold it there, and whatever, to get the straps out of the way while they're doing their thing. I mean, it just seems a little backwards to me. But anyway, they worked out, obviously. Let that ride for a bit, start running again. Alright, we're at a little over 4 miles, walking down this street here. Managed to find some shade. So there's a lot of talk about being thankful to people, and most of those people that receive that thanks are your healthcare workers. And don't get me wrong, they definitely deserve it. But there's another class of people that don't ever get recognized, in my opinion, and that's that I haven't actually heard at all recognized through this whole mess, which is your energy sector workers. Now, I haven't missed a day of work. I take that back. I missed 1 or 2 days, I forget, when my hot water heater exploded. But through this whole mess, haven't missed a day of work. I happen to work in the oil and gas sector. And I wanted to send a shout out to like the nuclear power, the oil people, the gas people, your power plant people, you know, your transportation industry, you know, your coal miners, all that. Thank you for continuing to work through this bullshit. So, if you're one of the people that opposes that, I mean, that's your right to do so, but if you enjoy all these ridiculous SUVs that you drive around in, your air conditioning, your heat, the TV in which you plop in front of you, plop your children to occupy them when you don't want to deal with them, the device on which you are watching this, you know, anything, the airplanes, the cars, the boats, manufacturing them or driving them, or your power, or even your lights, or your hot water, you need to thank them. And if you're opposed to industry expansion, you are the worst kind of hypocrite, in my personal opinion. So, we're gonna take some Go Juice, see where we can get to here. Snakes and alligators. Fun. Alright. A little over 6.5. And now that my little rant's over with, want to talk about a poop story from last night / this morning. This little train over here by the school is pretty cute. It's got an Elmer's glue bottle, milk chocolate, carton, apples, crayons, stuff. Anyway, so last night I made the decision, which in retrospect may have been a bad one, to go and eat about 90% of a pint of almond milk ice cream. It was like the cookies and cream / peanut butter kind. It was awesome. But anyway, this morning, this is pretty cute. It came out over 3 times at the same consistency in which it went in. So I was kind of worried when I started this little journey that we would have a inappropriate public display of bowel pain. But made it this far, we should be alright, as long as we don't fart. But I can feel that my whole large intestine right here is all blown up like a damn balloon animal. That looks fun. So hopefully we'll be alright until we get home. I've never been this way before. There's a shopping center down here somewhere that I buy Star Trek Hallmark ornaments at. I don't think I've been this far down Westheimer, this street right here. From there. May have, well, Lunchbox is driving. I don't think I've ever driven this way. Anyway, let's take Salt Stick, which I have somewhere right here, some Go Juice, some water, knock this out. It's been a little more warm over the past mile or two. Warmed up a little bit and the sun's kind of come out, and I've been going kind of with the wind, I think. So anyway, I'm starting to have a little headache, so hopefully the water and Salt Stick will stave that off till we get a little further down the road. So now that we've been yammering for almost 3 minutes, you probably turned away, and we've already alienated like one of the 2 people that watched our videos from my little rant. We shall continue on our way. All right, 8 miles. Coming up on State Highway 99. I don't think I've actually crossed this in any of my videos. At least they weren't like a proper half marathon. So there are 3 loops in Houston, around the Houston metro area proper, I guess. First one is 610, which goes more or less just around downtown. Then there's Beltway 8, which goes around, I don't know, probably what used to be the outside of Houston. And then there's 99 here, which goes almost all the way around. They're building onto it, as far as I know, to complete the loop. But this is way the hell out here. This goes through Katy, up through Spring, or the Woodlands. Guys with small wieners everywhere. And then I'm not sure what town it goes through on the other side or the south side, but it's a big loop. So, got a little ways to go here. So we're at 99 Westheimer. So let's get rolling. So, we're about 8.5. I just busting my ass. I guess something to keep in mind if you're ever falling. It's usually unwise to try and catch yourself like this. Kinda did, but more to push myself over. You should try and roll when you're falling, so you're not just but it's kind of a roll to absorb an impact. Like if you watch NFL players, when they fall, they don't stop themselves, they roll over and usually just roll over and bounce up. Although they have pads on so they don't skin their freaking everything. But aside from little, not tap too bad, but the only thing that hurts is this toe that I stepped on something, I don't even know what. I felt like I jammed all my toes pretty good. So, anywho, see if we can keep going and bust this out. Oh, and my neck hurts. Although I suspect that was from trying to stop myself from I fell like that and trying to stop my head from jamming into a damn tree. So. Alright, here we go. The crosswalk doesn't mean shit in Houston. Anyway, if I had a fistful of dollars, I'd get me a shaved ice over here. We're at 10. I don't know if I still haven't figured out how to zoom in on this damn thing. But there's 2 big turtles and a really small, 3 turtles. And a really small baby turtle in that pipe right there sunning themselves. The wind picked right back up as I turned the camera on, but it's been stagnant since, I don't know, 7? But it's alright, the shade went away and the sun decided to come out, so it's warming up quite a bit, especially when that wind goes away. But that's alright. That's what we live for. For some reason, this is the craving I always have, to feel like this when I decide I want to do one of these. Weird. Alright. Well, we're going to take some Go Juice, which I just noticed has dirt all over it, which is great. And some water. Probably another salt stick. See if we can knock out this last 10 or 5K here. Well, this track right here is brand new. I've yet to run it. I'll try that one of these times. All right, here we go. Now, to tell you the difference it makes when there's no wind and no shade from the sun and it's in the 90s. Humidity's not too bad today, but at a probably slow trot, my heart rate jumps up into the 180-ish. You can see here when I'm at a reasonably brisk walk, it's in the upper 140s. Whew. This just grabs you and yanks you down. I guess my point is, when it's like 40 degrees outside versus 95, and it's cloudy, the same heart rate, you can go like lots faster. It's brutal. So I wanted to tell the story of the first time I busted my ass in a race. I've only done it, that's like the 3rd or 4th time that I can remember doing it. 2nd time in a race, maybe 3rd, I don't know. Anyway, the first time was at Pandora's Box O Rocks Trail Marathon, 14 or 15. And it was hard. That was probably the single hardest marathon distance I've ever run. And I think Lunchbox would agree with me, although I think she only did the half. Which, honestly, I don't blame her, but I was inexperienced then, and started off really fast. Like I kept up with the lead group for, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles, and I could tell I was, you know, out of breath, almost seeing stars, and it was stupid. So busted through an aid station, went down a hill, and I just, before I knew it, I was on the ground upside down in like a ditch off the side of the trail. Which, now that I think about it, remember I had a pretty good gash in my side from like a root sticking up that could have just as easily impaled me. But anyway, the point is I lost one of my fuel bottles, two, which obviously this is only half, so I didn't bring a second one with me today. And I didn't realize it until I ran out. And then when I got to that point again on my second loop, it was either gone or I couldn't find it. So as a result, I had 0 fuel on the second lap. And that was before I was smart enough to learn that that's what the aid stations are for. So anyway, that was a miserable experience. I got the single worst running headache of my life after that. Fortunately, Lunchbox drove home. Although the fun didn't stop there. After that, which I think it was in San Antonio or Austin, a suburb somewhere, we drove to Dallas for a half marathon the next day. So that was fun. I don't remember that one specifically, which one it was, but I don't remember it being that bad. I think I just took it slow, and I think it got cloudy and maybe been sprinkling, so that wasn't terrible. Anyway, that's the story of the first time I busted my ass in a race. So we're 12.25 after all the yapping. So I'm gonna take a bunch of Go Juice, see if I can't get to 13, and see how far we are from the house. How much I forgot to turn it on before we started. So let's go. 13.1, 2:30, 6:30 or something. Ran out of water at mile 12 back there. It's unfortunate. And I think they took out all the damn water fountains they had scattered around these little parks, which is kind of rude. Holy crap. So, I don't know, I'm maybe a mile, 3/4 of a mile probably from the house. So I think we'll walk it out, cool down a little bit. But I guess that one's in the books. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to do an actual half, a virtual thing or what, but Lunchbox will let you know when she does her part. So again, thanks for watching. Alright, can't really, oh, there it is, 14,252. So I overshot by like a mile, which really sucks. So that means I ran about 15. So we'll see how Lunchbox does. Keep it real. See you later.
41 in the morning. I'm doing the Bleep Happens half marathon, the medal. I think you probably saw it beforehand. It's pretty obvious, but funny. He did his last Saturday, so I'm gonna do my half marathons in the summer on Friday. So today is my half marathon. We have done 5 virtual half marathons since the closure in March. We just purchased 8 more each, so 16 total, but 8 more each that we're gonna do for the summer because it doesn't look like, well, some races are coming back, but I'm okay. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that half marathon. Happy Friday. And I wish I had something more important, more interesting to say. I don't take the camera with me because I'm afraid I'll break it. So it's hard to film the race. I wanted to do an out and back, just a straight 6.5 out, 6.5 back. But the problem is kind of twofold. One, my water pack doesn't fit anymore, and even if it did, my bladder is molded, so I need to get those two things fixed. But also, there's not really a place to stop for the bathroom, and I find that I always need to find a porta potty, and there's just not any. Obviously it's not porta potties in a neighborhood, but the businesses, they're not. Some of them aren't open. So anyway, all right, enough rambling. I'll see you guys when I get back. Okay, that is done. Oh, it is hot. Ow. I put some pictures up while I'm talking. I took a couple of pictures of the sunrise. I need to get my water pack fixed or workable so I can take it and take this with me and film during the run. But it was good. It's hot. But I don't know. I guess what I was thinking today was, this has been a rough year. That's kind of should go without saying. And there's a lot of things going on that are really difficult, either things that we all are aware of, or each of us have our own things, and what I think I really love about running, or long runs, long run walks, whatever, just going somewhere on your own power for a long period of time, is you can work out a lot. You can live 2 or 3 lifetimes while you're out there and just sort of work through some scenarios. I definitely started this run this morning a little more morose, a little more sad, a little more pensive, and well, I think I said pensive the whole time, right? But a little more stuck in my head. And I just kind of let myself feel what I felt, work through some things, and nothing's solved, but I definitely feel more in control of the situation, or we have more understanding of it. So the various situations, I'm not really talking about any one thing, just when you have something on your mind, right? So that was good. So I think maybe it's really appropriate that it's the Bleep Happens half marathon, because bleep does happen. It's not always easy to just keep smiling like that emoji, but it was a good run. I like running on Fridays, Friday mornings. It's a good way to end the week. And it's only going to get hotter, so I really should get that pack fixed. So I don't know which half marathon is next, but as I mentioned in my intro, we purchased 8. So that's the first of the 8. So we'll look at what we bought and decide which one we want to do next. They're not, the medals aren't here. They're coming, but we know that they're coming, so we can pick which ones we want to do next. So I might let him pick the next one because I picked this one. So anyway, thanks for watching. We miss seeing some of our friends, well, people that we see regularly. I consider you friends, but acquaintances, friends at all the races. They just can't happen this year. It is what it is. But we miss you, and hi, Mr. Yukon. Say hi. Do you want to say hi? Anyway, missing people, miss the camaraderie, miss the finish line, miss the swag, miss the excitement, the nervousness, the ups, the downs of a race, and then getting back to the car and feeling like you're so glad you went out there and did it. And so we will run again. The world will hopefully heal in all the different ways that it needs to, and it'll probably never be perfect, but we can do better. I wish everyone safety and health, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, whatever your life is right now. I wish you safety and health. And yeah, we're going to keep running. We're going to keep moving forward. So we will see you next week for our next half marathon. Talk to you later.